What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So I was kind of cruising around our area. We haven't really explored much from our base. Where is our base from here? Trying to find it. It's around here somewhere. Here it is, home. Okay, so this is where our base is, right around this lake. And there was a lot of area that I hadn't uncovered, so I kind of was just flying around. I wanted to see where like the edge of the continent was or whatever, and it looks like we kind of found it. So I kind of flew around and was looking at these different biomes or whatever, and I came across this village here. You know, at first glance it doesn't look that special. We do have one of the agricraft buildings here and a couple of the smithy buildings or whatever. So I checked those out and I was looking for some stuff in there, but yeah, nothing super special that we found. However, where is it? I marked one of these, and this one right here, villager. I marked this one because this has a villager in here that I am interested in checking out, and it has a sheep apparently. This villager right here, this blacksmith villager, if we click on him, for 2 Certus quartz, he'll give us 4 emeralds. That sounds like a really good deal, and I think I had one of these guys previously in Agrarian Skies 2, where if I traded with him enough, I'm pretty sure that trade changed to 1 Certus quartz crystal to 4 emeralds. I think it got cheaper. I can't quite remember. I remember something like that happening, but yes, I wanted to grab this villager because we are basically out of emeralds once again. We have a few emerald ores, and yeah, I want to, you know, get a decent supply. Doing the wheat trade does work, but it requires a lot of inventory spam with all the wheat, and you can only do like, I think, what was it, 7 emeralds or whatever, and then it stops working. So anyway, this rubber farm here that we set up a few episodes ago, I did upgrade it a little bit. I put a bigger redstone, or a bigger solar panel on here. This is the redstone solar panel. Yeah, and then I also added an extractor here. So the way this is working now, the fruit picker is picking all the little dots in the farm, and we are collecting all the sticky resin here. We have the extractor, which is pulling out of the bottom and filling up its inventory. Then it's making the 3 rubber black balls and ejecting that to the north over into this deep storage unit. So we have 23,000 sticky resin plus 24,000 of these black rubber balls. Yeah, this has been going for a little while now. And it looks like this solar panel is enough juice to keep this thing going pretty much all of the time. Kind of. At nighttime, it obviously uses power. And I was able to put 1 overclocker upgrade in here. So yeah, this is pretty cool. We are, in fact, collecting rubber automatically now. So I suppose I could swap this out. We could make this fully like autonomous or whatever if we removed this energy cell and replace that with the tesseract, and then we could just have our extractor dump those rubbers directly back into the tesseract, which would go into our ME system over there, and then we just get rubber collecting automatically. So that might be something we do in the future, but for right now, since tesseracts are still kind of expensive at this point, yeah, we're just collecting that stuff out here. It's funny, tesseracts are expensive, but these deep storage units aren't. But anyway, so we have this villager, and I want to spawn some exact copies of him before I do any trading, because I don't want to lock him out of that specific trade. I want to do some experiments with him. I want to see if we can get the cheaper trade, and if we can, then I want to recapture the one with the cheaper trade and then, you know, spawn that one. Okay, so that's what I want to work on a little bit. So we were doing this previously. We're using the auto spawner from MFR. No. What did I do with that spawner? Is it over here in this chest? It might be. I seem to have lost my auto spawner. No, it's right here. Found it. All right, so we need that one. We also need I guess the essence. Yeah, we need this. Okay, let me go and get this thing set up real quick and we'll check it out. All right, cool. So we have the auto spawner set up. I did an exact copy of our villager that we captured over in that village. So this should have the same exact trades. Hey, guy. So yeah, 2 Certus cores for 4 emeralds. So let's grab some of these materials, start trading with this guy and see what happens. Yeah, we have lots of Certus quartz that I have fortuned recently, and we still got 5,500 of the ore that we'll get a lot more of the crystals from. So first things first, how many of these emeralds can we get from like a stack? No, he's not gonna give me that many. All right. Wow. Okay. We got a stack plus 28. No, we only got 28, which is still pretty good. I thought that was going to be like way better. Okay, now he's got the little particle, so he's leveled up. And we can unlock another trade. So 16 emeralds for 2 Certus quartz, which is not very good. But we can get our Certus quartz back, I suppose. So we can give him this. Take those 2. We're still at 12 positive, and then that should unlock his first trade, right? Okay, so he's got the swirlies. This is now unlocked. All right, so let's do this trade again. The noises these guys make. All right, so we're up to half a stack of emeralds. This is locked out. And then this trade is unlocked once again. So we could do this, I think, to unlock the previous one. Let's do this. We'll get a pick. All right, so we're still up to 24. Okay, so back to our original. Oh, no, not this one. All those sounds. Okay. So we're at the stack plus 8 emeralds now. This is really good. All right, so he's unlocked silicon. Oh, that's not bad, I guess. But we can get silicon from sand. So that's much better in my opinion anyway. All right, so we do that. This is unlocked once again. Let us spam a bunch more. Cool. All right, you gonna unlock? Oh, no, that just locks us out. So we have an iron hoe. Let us do this one. Yeah, I'm hoping that eventually if we unlock enough or we just do that first trade enough that it's only going to cost 1 Certus quartz. That's the whole idea here. So I'll do that. Give me these back. Cool. And your last trade now is an iron helmet. I am willing to do this. All right, get your little swirlies. And we'll do that. So yeah, look at that. We're at 2.5 stacks now just by trading with this one guy. Okay, cool. The trade still is not cheaper yet. All right, so we got a diamond helmet. Hey, where you going, guy? Come here. Come here. I'm not done. We're not done. We still got lots of trading to do. All right, so that's locked out. And we can get this iron chest plate, which is not very good, but we're just going to do that to unlock his first trade once again. All right. So maybe I'll just continue doing this all the rest of the way off camera, and we'll be right back to see if anything interesting happens. All right, guys, so it happened. The very first trade changed. Look at this. It was 2 Certus quartz crystals, and now it's 1 Certus quartz dust for 1 emerald. So that is a straight conversion of dust to emerald. Now, what makes this really cool is you don't even need to put in dust. You can put in the regular Certus quartz crystal, and that works just the same. So yeah, now we have a villager here that is willing to trade Certus quartz dust for emerald. But I did have to go through all these other ones. Like 2 emeralds, we can get 10 dust, right? So that is infinite emeralds right here. We don't have to do anything else, right? So we give them, what, 1 dust gives us 1 emerald. We do that twice. Then 2 emeralds gives us 10 dust. And that'll be 10 more emeralds. Then we can do this over and over and over, back and forth. And yeah, that's going to be a fast way to get these emeralds. That's awesome. What's this other? So 3 Certus quartz dust equals 1 Certus quartz crystal. All right. And then, yeah, I went through all these different trades. We ended up here in the iron pants. That's where I just was. And I had to do gold right before that one. But yes, this is my new favorite villager. Hey, buddy. Okay, so we're going to take his friend that we captured. This guy. This was our starting one. And this guy, if we look at him, yeah, 2 Certus quartz crystals for 4 emeralds. Oh, you know what? I just realized. I guess that trade did change even more significantly because that's only for 1 emerald now, isn't it? Huh. Interesting. Okay, but anyway, since this has this trade and this trade, this is my new favorite villager. So we're going to take our old one. Well, you know what? I was just going to kill him. I don't think we're going to kill him. I think we'll store him for later, just in case something happens and I have to get back to that point. So let's grab another safari net. And we'll take you and we'll stick you over here in the spawner. Alright guys, so I spawned in another one of these villagers. This is the one, this is an exact copy off the one that we put on the safari net a little while ago, so we had like a backup of that good villager. So this one right here I've been trading with for quite some time now, and a lot of his trades have changed. This very first trade is now the Certus quartz dust for an emerald, so yeah, I mean that's good. And then the second trade is now 1 emerald for 1 Certus quartz, which I guess that's not as good anymore. This trade right here unlocked, which is really awesome. So 1 emerald for 22 silicon. I think originally this was only for 10 silicon. So we can, you know, get a whole bunch of those. I guess not as many as we thought, but yeah, we can get like, you know, a few stacks of these things. Then we can keep going here and check out the rest of his trades. We can turn the dust back into the regular Certus quartz. But the trade that's really caught my attention, man, I had to do a lot of these tradings actually. Like this diamond chest plate, this was originally 18 emeralds, and I had to do this like 15 times or something like that in order to unlock the next one. I was getting kind of worried like I was going to go through all my emeralds. But yeah, this trade right here, 2 silicon for 1 emerald. It's 1 emerald for 22 silicon, and then he's going to take 2 silicon and give me emeralds. Yes. That's really awesome. So that's infinite diamonds right there. And then the very last trade, I think this might be his guaranteed last trade, appears to be 9 iron. So 9 iron basically will give me unlimited emeralds, which is really, really awesome. So one thing I found out about this guy, you don't have to scroll all the way to the end. You can do this right from this very front trade unless you want to get to the silicon, which is a few clicks over. But on this very first page, we can put the silicon in right here and get our emeralds. We can also put the iron in and unlock his trades once again. Look away from him, wait for him to get the swirlies, and we can just do this over and over and over again and just get emeralds all day long. So yeah, this is really cool. I think this is probably the best we can get out of this guy. There might be better trades from different villagers or whatever, but I'm pretty pleased with the way this has turned out. Okay, so I put that new villager with that final iron trade on its own safari net. So we got 3 new villagers, or I guess 3 villagers on safari nets now. Our emeralds are looking pretty good. We're up to 500. Yeah, those villager tradings are definitely the way to go if you want to get a lot of emeralds pretty quickly, and that was a really great villager to find. We do have 14 emerald ore, so we weren't completely out, but, you know, we were going to need a good supply of these emeralds anyway. So, yeah, our emeralds is now under control. Now, the reason why I even was messing with this to begin with is because the inscriber, these guys right here require the machine frame resonant, and those require the emerald chipsets, and we were basically out of emeralds. So I wanted to get a good supply of these, of the emeralds, so we can make these, and then I can make more of these machine frame resonance, because we were pretty much down to our last one, and I wanted to get these cooking up. Yeah, I just made some more inscribers. I made 4 more of these guys with a lot of the machine frames that we had left over. Now, you guys are telling me that this is going to bottleneck, and you guys are absolutely right. Pretty much what we want to do, I'm going to change this up one more time. So we have the ones that are making the calculation, the engineering, and the logic processors, and then this one right here is making our silicon, right? So I think what we're going to end up doing is setting up 3 more of these things, like something like this. This guy is going to be moved. And all right, so we're gonna have 3 of them making the pressed silicon, so we can do 3 different types of processors at the same time. And then we're gonna need 3 of these over here, putting all the pieces together. So this one will move over here, and we'll have 3 of these completing the processors, and all of those will be pulling into this chest when it's all said and done. So I'll figure out a good layout for this. We'll kind of be able to compact this a little bit. But yeah, let me go ahead and get some stuff done, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so we have all the inscribers hooked up now. I've double checked all the retrievers, and I think everything should be where it needs to be. So our first row right here is only going to be making silicon. We have the silicon presses in each one of these, and if you guys didn't know, you can duplicate these by putting the press in an inscriber and then putting an iron block right here, and then whatever your press is, you'll make a duplicate copy at the cost of the 9 iron. So yeah, we have 3 of the silicon presses, and we have 3 of the presses that are going to be turning the raw materials, the gold, the pure Certus, and the diamonds into their stamped counterparts. And then we have 3 more inscribers over here, which are going to take all of those pieces and put them together into the finalized product into our processors. Cool. So I think this might be about the smallest we can get this using the thermodynamics pipes, I think. Well, the smallest we can get it using the thermodynamic pipes, being able to do all 3 processors at the same time, that is. If we were just able to do one processor at once, yeah, we'd only need this and all these extra stuff would go away. Anyway, so I have an inventory full of stuff. If I space click all that in there, we should see things happening. And I think we should be making all 3 of those at the same time. Looks like everything is going as it should. Oh, that looks pretty good to me. Yep. So all the silicon is being stamped, all of the raw materials are being stamped, and all the processors are being made. So we should see the raw, or I guess the finalized processors over here. Looks like the diamonds are kind of lagging behind just a little bit. This set, maybe this should be set to like round robin. Maybe that'll make that go a little bit faster. I don't know. Yeah, it does look like the calculation processor is about 2 ahead of the engineering for some reason. Or maybe it's 3 ahead. I don't know why, but that doesn't really matter. We can put all of our processors in here and everything gets put together. You know, since I've been using these thermodynamic pipes and item ducts and stuff like that a lot recently, something I've noticed, like on the retriever, it says pulls distant items / fluids to itself. Now that got me curious. When you use fluid ducts, it seems like when the pipe fills full of a liquid, it fills to every single inventory that it can possibly put in there. But this says that it pulls the items to itself, including the fluids. So my question is if we have like, I don't know, this portable tank, we'll just stick this like right here. And then we have fluid ducts, something like this. And we have a couple of tanks. I don't know, we'll put one here and one there and one over here. Okay, and then down on the very bottom, we put this retriever, and we want this to retrieve, I don't know, water. Can we do that? Okay, we can do water, whitelist. Is that going to just put the water into this, or is it going to fill up all 3 of these? That's something I am very curious to find out, so let us find out. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. This one does fill faster. All right, but it does fill the pipe, which fills all these other ones. Okay, so if we're going to do something like that, how is that working? It looks like the water is now going out. Weird. I guess that was just the visual thing of it. Yeah, okay, that's kind of how I expected this to work. So I guess if we were going to do something like that, we would need retrievers on each of these just to prevent the other fluid that we didn't want going into these. Now, the reason why I was thinking about this is because down here in our genetics area, we need this bacteria, the stuff that's in this drum right here, to go into multiple things. So we need it to go here to make the enzyme. But we also need it for a couple of other ingredients. I don't remember offhand. One of them uses blaze, and I think another one uses blaze powder, and another one uses, I want to say, bone meal. But either way, I was thinking maybe if we had a retriever on each of these pulling from this drum, that might make things a little bit easier instead of like forcing the liquid into all of these machines. But I guess since these only hold 2 buckets worth of fluid, it won't be that big of a deal just to push the stuff in there. I don't know, maybe we can turn these off with a redstone signal or something. I haven't really looked. Doesn't appear to have a redstone thing on there. But anyway, yeah, that was just something I was curious about. Okay, guys, so we've been wanting to set up a mob trap for a little while now, and I think it's about time we start working on that. So the first thing I want to think about is how we're going to kill the mobs in our mob trap. We could use the grinder, which would give us mob essence. We could use a fall trap and just, you know, let them die in impact. We can use spikes. I started using spikes at that gold farm a while ago, but we used, I think, the iron spikes. There are a few different types. Let's look at spike real quick. Yeah, we have wood spikes, which take the mobs down to, I think, half a heart or a full heart, which could be pretty cool for some situations. But the difference between these are, well, the attack damage for one. So the diamond spikes will kill things a lot faster than the iron spikes will, or the golden spikes. Another thing I hear is that you can enchant these. I've never tried that before. So you could put like fortune on these, or you could put looting on them, or I think I hear that you can put Reaper on those and get the mob souls from Draconic Evolution, which could be pretty cool. So I think that's something that I want to check out. So to get a diamond spike, we need to make 3 diamond swords and 3 blocks of diamonds. That's pretty expensive. It also requires the gold spike, and the gold spike is some magical wood plus 3 gold swords and an iron spike, and the iron spike is 3 iron swords plus 3 iron blocks. Cool. So the first thing we need to do is make a bunch of these iron spikes. I don't really know how many we need, so let's see. How are we doing on iron? We have all of the iron. So let's make, I don't know, what's a good number? 3, 4? Let's do 3. We'll do 3 of these iron spikes, and then we'll make 3 of the other types. We'll go all the way to diamond, I think would be a good idea. Time to strike, achievement get. All right, so are we out? Okay, plank. Yeah, we're out of sticks, obviously. Let us make some more sticks here. All right, that should get us going. Yeah, these iron swords can only be used for crafting. They have like, what, 1 durability on them? Not very much. Okay, so we need that plus 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Cool. So that should allow us to put those into the QED and make more of these things. So let's get this going. I'm kind of curious to see how fast these will craft now that we have all these other flux infused crystals. Yeah, a couple of these were out of range the last time we used this, but I've rearranged these things once again. All these are now within range. Okay, so that's not too slow. Let's go and do another one. Yeah, it definitely could be faster, but it's not terrible. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. Now, the next one up, we use this magical wood, and that is some enchanted books, plus gold, plus a bookshelf gives you magical wood. Now, I think the way this works is like the better the enchantment or the higher the enchantment, the more pieces of magical wood you get out of this recipe. So this is kind of deceiving. You think you're only going to get 1, but if you use like better enchants, you can get more than 1. So I set up our auto enchanter thing over here once again. I was just pouring out some XP onto here and filling up our essence drum. And this is going right now, doing level 30 enchants. I saw that we do have Reaper 4. I was trying to get a higher Reaper. I think you can get up to 5. If not, we'll just get another Reaper 4 and then combine them on an anvil and do it that way or whatever. But yeah, we wanted to get some like higher level ones like Wrecking. We're never going to use Wrecking. Wrecking 3, let's see how many magical wood we can get out of that. All right, so gold. So we need that right there. We need these books right like this, and then we need a bookshelf in the center. And I do believe we have some of those. Oh, I guess we don't. I thought we did. Well, dang it. Let me make some, or let me get some planks real quick. We'll make one of these. So like this, and then that and that. Yes, okay. I thought we had bookshelves from villages. I guess not. Okay, yeah, look at that. We get 9 magical wood from these Wrecking, which I do believe you can only enchant and put that onto a crowbar from Railcraft. We're never going to do that. So I am perfectly fine using that for this purpose. Cool. So then we needed for these gold ones. Yeah, golden swords. So anyway, let me go ahead and bring our spikes up to the diamond level. How are we doing on diamonds once again? We have 143 blocks. We are pretty well off right now on diamonds. So yeah, let me go ahead and bring those up to the diamond level, and we will look at making a mob trap. Well, I was kind of hoping that we'd get the looting a little bit faster, but this really does go pretty slow. We haven't seen looting yet, so I decided to make some gold swords and put those into our auto enchanter. I got looting on this one, but it has very low durability. I'm kind of afraid if we do the disenchanting that we will break this sword like on the first go. I don't really know how all that works. I guess we'll figure this out. But yeah, that was my idea, that we could try and get looting a little bit faster this way, since gold has a higher enchantability, which means you're likely to see the higher level enchants and more of them. Okay, so let's put the looting right here, and we'll put the book right there. Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping this does not break the sword. We'll be able to repair it or get multiple enchants off there. Yeah, I guess we'll figure out how this all works here in just a second. Okay, well, the sword didn't break and it didn't get the looting off of there. It looks like it went down about 10, 11 durability, and we got knockback too. I wonder how that would work on a spike. That seems interesting. So let's put the sword back in there, and we will just try again. It looks like we took off about a third of the durability, so I assume we'll be able to get all 3 enchants off here. And we got everything but the looting off there. It looks like it used not quite a third of the durability that time. All right, cool. So let's do this a third and final time. We'll get the looting 3, and that'll be pretty awesome. What's this one got? Reaper. Cool, there's another Reaper. All right, guys, so I've been at this for a little while now. I've been enchanting a bunch of swords. We're getting auto smelt on the swords, which sounds kind of cool. Like, I assume that would be if you kill the chicken or something. It'd be like, you know, the fire aspect. You'd get the cooked chicken or whatever. I've been getting XP boosts, And I know that these spikes drop XP, so that might be cool for some reason. I don't know. But I got a perfect set of books down here. So we got XP Boost 3. I think that's the highest version. It's the highest I've seen. We have Sharpness 5 that I got by combining a bunch of Sharpness 3 books together. We got Reaper 5, which I combined 2 Reaper 4s together. And then I got the Looting 3. And then up here, we have just received another XP boost, so that's kind of cool. Sharpness 4, Reaper 4, and Looting 3. So it's almost as good, not quite as good. So this might be our backup killing mechanism. So this will be our main spike that we're going to try and kill most of the mobs with. And then maybe like spiders or something somehow can't get killed by this one. We'll have a secondary spike, and we'll use that. So let's just find out if we can, in fact, enchant these with multiple enchantments. We want looting first and foremost. That's what we're interested in. All right, so that's got looting, and then I assume we can place this. Yeah, it's still enchanting. You can still see the swirlies on there. Cool, and if we mine this, we should get the enchant back. Yeah, looting 3. Okay, cool. All right, so looting 3 plus, wait, what else do we want here? More importantly, sharpness. Yeah, no, okay, so that's getting more expensive. I guess we'll just, all right. I guess we'll just get some levels here. That should be more than enough to do this. This is my first time ever enchanting these things, so this is pretty cool for me. Sharpness 5, that's what we wanted on there, right? Yeah, looting sharpness, that costs 14 levels. And then Reaper XP, let's do Reaper. 27 levels, so we might not be able to put anything else on here. Yep, that is too expensive. Okay, well that's fine. Having those 3 things on there seems like a pretty good deal to me. So let's do the same thing with this other one. We'll put looting. I'm almost wondering, could we put like looting and Reaper together on the same book, and would that make that cheaper overall? I guess we could experiment. Well, no, you know what? I don't want to accidentally do this and then find out it's too expensive to put on that spike. Let's just do this. I'll worry about that some other time. Maybe that's something for our creative world to try out. Okay, so there's looting. There's Reaper. No, we want sharpness next, right? Sharpness, and then Reaper. All right, cool. So another thing I'm curious is if we can put this through the disenchanter and get those enchantments back off there. I assume we can, since we're able to do that with like our jetpack or whatever. Can we put XP boost on this one now? Oh, it just won't let us put it on there. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. All right, so we got our mechanism for killing monsters. Let us go actually set up a mob trap. All right, guys, so this is the way the mob trap is set up for right now. Obviously, this is just a quick thing. We can expand this, we can make this taller, we can make this bigger. I don't really know how big of a mob trap we need, but we were running out of bones and things like this, so I wanted to set something up. You know, eventually we'll probably have another layer on top of here with the vanilla spawners and the cursed earth underneath that'll just make them spawn all the time, like having witches and skeletons and I don't know, other things like that would probably be pretty cool. I don't know what other kind of spawners we can have. But anyway, so it's just, you know, kind of like a 9x9 inside. And then I'm using drawbridges back here with open block fans. And then I have some red alloy wire to turn this all on. So the idea is we're going to fill these drawbridges. I guess I cannot click on that with the alloy wire on there. We're going to fill those drawbridges full of cursed earth. Also, I have a glass floor in here. So when the cursed earth is retracted, nothing should be able to spawn. That's the idea with that. So this should be completely spawn free when there's no cursed earth here. But yeah, the idea is we'll have, I think is it 7? I think it's 7 in here. So let's turn this on and just make sure that works. Yeah, so we'll have 7 pieces of cursed earth in there per spawner. And then we have these fans in here that are blowing everything inside. You can see it's pushing me back just a little bit by being, you know, just over here. These are really strong. Like I tried getting in here. Let me take these. Like yeah, look at that. Like if I get down a little bit, it's really hard for me to like fight against it. So all the monsters that spawn in here are just gonna be pushed onto these conveyor belts. I think this is gonna be pretty good. I'm just using darkened glass on the roof here so we can see inside and see what's happening. All right, so let's turn this off. All right, so that's all retracted in here. So what we need to do, oh, I guess I should show you the killing area too. Yeah, so we just have the conveyor belts. These are the MFR conveyor belts. And this is the main spike. This is the one that has all of the good enchantments on it. So hopefully all of the tall monsters will get pushed over here. And if they make it this far, this one conveyor belt pushes them this way. And then if there's spiders in here, I have a secondary spike down there that's supposed to be killing them. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that block will be good if that's there. Yeah, okay, so that secondary spike down there is for spiders. If baby zombies spawn, I'm not sure, they might get ejected, but I think all the monsters that do spawn from the cursed earth despawn after a minute or two. Like, they're on a timer, they don't just stay around for forever, so I think we should be okay. Yeah, okay, so I want to set this up for its first initial test. So we need 9 of these per something. There we go, there's 9. Or is it 7? Actually, it's 7 per, isn't it? All right, so let's get 7 in each of these. Okay, so we got 7 cursed earth in each one of these, so we should be able to turn this thing on. Just need to block up this last little bit over here and just see if this thing is gonna work pretty well. All right, we'll do that. There goes the cursed earth. There's a zombie that spawned right away. Oh, and he's fighting. Look at that. All right, so I might have to put on just a little bit more fans. I think you can stack those fans too thick and they push a little bit more. Okay, so that killed that creeper in 2 hits. That's pretty awesome. Now the spider's gonna be tracking me. So normally I won't be here, but I'm just kind of curious if that spider will kill itself. I think it's climbing up right now, which is a problem. But normally it wouldn't be tracking me because I'm going to be away from there. So I don't know how that's going to work. But as far as everything else, yeah, we're going to need a few more of those fans. Thankfully, I made a stack. So I should be able to double this up somehow, put more fans over behind these, and we'll figure out a way to power them. Maybe if I just put blocks in front of all of this stuff, that should work. Put the red alloy wire on a block right there. Okay, well, we tried it out. It looks like it is working. I'm going to give it one more test. Try and make sure all the monsters get pushed off here. Yeah, let me do that, and we'll be back, guys. Well, I tried doubling up the fans. That didn't really seem to do much. So I just moved the fans in one block because it was pushing the monsters right to the edge, and then they weren't being pushed anymore. So I moved the fans in one block, so they're now on top of our drawbridges here, and this seems to do the trick. I just put some glowstone on those conveyor belts down there that makes them go a little bit faster. So here is one more test, and should be the final one for today. So I think we're about to wrap up for this episode. So there they go. They get pushed right onto those spikes, or I guess right onto the conveyor belts, and they can land on those spikes pretty quickly. Oh, let's turn off the magnet. Yeah. They run fast and they can fight against the fans, but only for so long, and then it's time to die. Awesome. Cool. Right on. Yeah, and the way this is set up, the vacuum hopper should be sucking in, it doesn't look like it is, the vacuum hopper should be sucking in the experience, so there shouldn't be many experience orbs. I'm going to have to do some changes around here. And then all the items do get put into this chest. So this is the stuff that we've collected so far, which is not too bad. Yeah, we're getting bones, we're getting arrows. So we'll have to set up some kind of a storage system or whatever. We'll have to take all those items and send them over to our ME system. We could use a tesseract, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We could use the ender chest as well. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here for today. Had a lot of fun setting up the mob trap. We've needed one of these for a while now. Now we're going to have unlimited supply of bone meal. We'll just have to let this thing go. I'm not entirely sure if this thing runs, the cursed earth runs when you're not online. I'll have to figure that out as well. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.